Hey everybody, welcome back to Tim Travels. It's Terry, your host, um, coming to you from. I made it to my destination. Here's a picture of my Dodge Challenger getting towed. So after getting the car towed and being able to get an Uber, I was able to pick up another car. I think it was a Jeep Compass. It was cool. And it was nice to have a little SUV. It was kind of easier to, I guess, drive, easier to throw my stuff in. Um, so I got to my destination late last night, and I checked into the hotel here, but then I found out I had a roommate. So when I checked in, and I was like, it's after 11, and I was like, this isn't the military. I kind of didn't want a roommate. Um, and I also was like, I wouldn't want somebody coming in at 11 and waking me up. Now I know, like, a lot of the rooms at Prime, I guess they're double occupancy over in the campus. And sorry, I'm just taking my shoes off here. It's been a long day. So I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna. So I checked in. I got the room key, but that's it. I just like put the seats down in the SUV I had, and I just made a bed in the back, busted out because I have some bedding with me, pillow, blanket, stuff, because I'm leaving out of leaving in a truck. So I brought a bunch of stuff with me. So I was just like, I'm just gonna sleep in the car, and I know that I was just exhausted, and so I fell asleep. I woke up this morning, and I went up there and I knocked on the door, even though technically it's my room, because I was like, you know, again, I he this guy doesn't know me from the man in the moon. So I knocked on the door, and he answered. He's like, "Oh man, you finally made it." I was like, "Yeah." I said, "Let me throw my stuff in here." Well, then I reached out. Then I realized that this guy. So the hotel is non-smoking, but I saw this guy later in the smoking area outside. So I was like, I reached out to a recruiter. I was like, "Hey, this dude, I'm sharing a room, and this guy smokes." And they're like, "Oh, do you want one by yourself?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So they're like, "Okay, done." So that was cool. I mean, I didn't have to hassle with it because honestly, I considered just paying out of pocket. So they took care of it. Sorry, I'm switching arms here for the camera. So they just took care of it, and so a van picked us up, kind of standard operating procedure. Van picked us up, took us over to the company, and it was really the check-in, or the orientation, very interesting, very different vibe from, well, certainly from Prime. Like, we haven't done one CBT. We've only watched one video, and that was actually the Truckers Against Trafficking video. It's the one you could see on YouTube, and then we took a quiz on that. But that was the very first thing, and then everything else has been, small group instruction, and yeah, just like pretty personal. Like, everybody there to help you, like IT department, HR, safety, the hours of service person. Like, you meet everybody, and everybody's like super friendly. And I'm kind of going back to the company driving. Well, I not kind of. I am going back to the company driving world, but it's like a lot. At first I was like, I didn't know a lot about the company I was going to, either good or bad. But the first impression is pretty good. They seem to be pretty attentive and pretty personable. Um, you know, if you want to, I guess if you want to go talk to the CEO or the CFO, you just go down the hall that their office is in. And so everybody seems to know everybody. People speak to you even though you hadn't seen them before. They're just walking down the hall or coming up the stairs. They're like, "Hey, how you doing?" You know. So everybody was like super nice. And yeah, so we have a group, 6 people. Although one guy is actually, it's kind of funny. He is going from their lease side to their company side. I don't get the feeling that there's a huge lease presence at this company, but I guess he was leasing. But anyway, you know, he's just moving over to company. So not a big group. They just said, here's the keys to a van. You guys can manage yourselves. You're all adults. You can, you know, take the van, go out to eat, go to Walmart. I'm just tired, and so I returned my rental car to the property. One of my classmates drove the van, and a couple other people were going to go to Walmart afterwards. Me and this other guy just came back to the hotel. And yeah, so far so good. I'm going to shower up, get, I don't know. I'll probably veg for a little while just to wind down, so I'm not, because it's only about 5 Central Time, so I don't want to like go to bed too early. And then we'll just hit it again in the morning, and then I think we'll be out of here Friday morning and on the road, and we'll see how that goes. So, like I said, bizarre trip coming here, but yeah, other than that, so far so good, and I'll just keep you guys updated. I got a few things I want to talk about, just in general. Yeah, we'll do a little history. I'll show you some of the stuff I saw while I was off for a couple of weeks, and we're going to talk. I also want to talk about a lot of stuff that's going on in the trucking industry, and like quarterly numbers from publicly traded companies, what the forecast looks like and everything. So anyway, yeah, I think that's it for now, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.